Let's meet Sonic. The real Sonic. This is what it would be like if you met Sonic. For real. This is amazing. Like, this blew my pants off. This was amazing. I almost cried. Like, they just needed one more, like, a mega awesomely implemented reference, and I would have cried. Like, straight up been in tears.
I feel like the fans of Sonic cartoons, though, were like the ones that they were focusing on.
Yes, and
cartoon Sonic.
But this is why it's such a big deal. Now, we're gonna constantly bring this up as we move forward, but let's just move on to the next slide while we're at it. But see, right off the bat, this is obviously a reference to Scratch and Grounder. Obviously, right before this, the red guy on the top, I don't know his name, sorry, I don't. Let's call him Scratch, because that's what he's referring to. He does the Scratch laugh, the bah-ha-ha-ha, he does it, and like, immediately, we were watching this in a group call with a few friends, so I didn't get all the dialogue, so I might miss some dialogue references, but that is a kind of reference where, like, I'm in a room, I hear it, and I'm immediately 5 years old.
Like, you know what it is right away.
They shrunk my heart. They threw me back into the past. That sound. So that's what this was. I so appreciated that. Speaking of audio as well, just before we get to the next slide that we're going to talk about, the score for this sounded so much like Genesis Instruments the whole way through. It's amazing that OKKO can pull this off and Forces can't. No, okay, Forces can in some songs, but anyway, you're in for a treat when it comes to chip tunes in the background. I don't know if OKKO typically does this with their musical score, but there's all kinds of references. Well, actually, this is mainly just a reference to the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon, which is great that this modern cartoon is referring to Sonic's cartoon origins. I think it would be too easy to just refer to Sonic's game history. Ooh. But speaking of game history, Lourdes, do you want to talk about what this is?
Part. What did he say? He was Lightspeed. Is it Lightspeed Dash?
Something about Lightspeed Dash. Yeah,
and I heard Lightspeed, and I was like, I remember Lightspeed. That was
Dash.
That was a thing
in Sonic Adventure.
And then my brain just was like, pay attention. And then they did it, and Adventure reference, Adventure Bros.
Also, what's really great is just good, well-structured writing, because Sonic shows off that he's able to do this, and this ability comes in later on. I don't know if we have a screenshot of Sonic using the light dash, but he uses it later on, which I really like it when shows do that. Like, you never implement anything for no reason. So that's just evidence that it's well implemented. Moving on here, this is where a lot of great things happen in this scene. Basically, the voice actor of the villain that you see up there with the kind of like greenish gray hair, I do know what they're worth crediting for, and it's the voice of Dr. Robotnik in Sad AM.
That's pretty cool.
And so he plays a kind of Robotnik role. He refers to going to school with him, and that's the reason why he wants to capture Sonic, because he went to school with a guy named Eggman or an Egghead or whatever.
Yeah, an Egghead in college or something. So Scratch and Grounder, are they like Scratch being the red henchman and the blue henchman obviously being Grounder? The voice actor has so much fun playing a kind of Eggman-esque role. The score, I think he calls them Dumbbots. Right now you can see his hand is in the promotion. He's referring to the promotion meme there. This is made for my era. Every single twinkle sound is taken straight out of Sonic 2, Genesis Instruments, and The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, all rolled into one. Also, OVA all over the place. If you were born in 1993, you are kicking your heels together, if you were a Sonic fan anyways. You're kicking your heels together. This is like amazing stuff. This is a loop-to-loop. Yep, pretty standard.
KO tries to run up it. He's bad at it. It's really good slapstick humor. Also a reference to one of Sonic's iconic tropes in his games. Genius. I mean, this is what you would do. This is, this is good. This is a good cartoon. Something that, as much as I love the dialogue in Sonic Boom, it was very dialogue heavy in its appeal. This has got like more slapstick focus, more of a visual appeal, which the Sonic characters are designed to do. And so I think if you could find a way to like bring the dialogue humor from Boom into something like this is it. This is the potential of the franchise that we're missing. Like, anyway, OVA being referenced here. I didn't think I had to talk too much about it because I'm pretty sure everyone in the universe knows what this is a reference to. This is an iconic shot. So, moving on. It's well drawn. I love it. Question. Is this canon? Is this Tails' new origin? Also, is this actually how you do a spin dash? Is you spin around on the ground and think of a goal really hard. You think about friendship and you now do a spin dash. We can do it. Fans, we've been trying and studying for years, but we couldn't quite crack the code. But it turns out the secret is friendship.
This whole time.
To do a spin dash. Sonic is kind of a jerk and doesn't explain the spin dash. Tails helps him out. It's cute. He talks about how he met Sonic and how he caught up with him, which was his sheer determination to catch up with Sonic. It's nice. It feels like something we haven't seen before. The explanation of how a spin dash is done, even as simple as the explanation is, it's cool nonetheless. Anyway, so we got like one of the final scenes. The Master Emerald is on top of this roboticizer. I'm pretty sure the roboticizer looks almost exactly as it does from SatAM, though I'm not too familiar with SatAM, so correct me if I'm wrong. However, Master Emerald is powering it. This roboticizer, I don't mean to like spoil anything, I guess, but it doesn't work quite like it does in SatAM, where it like is nearly irreversible. Even though it's powered by the Master Emerald, yes, my Sonic geekdom is coming out, but let me have this. If it was powered by the Master Emerald and the one in SatAM could do it without a power source, like that one would like kill you. You would be like permanently turned into an emerald robot. It would be irreversible. It would be like crazy powerful. Whatever, anyway. KO gets roboticized and it immediately becomes a Metal Sonic fight, but it's a Metal KO boss fight. Oh yeah! I skipped ahead a little bit. Knuckles was mentioned, which I did not expect, but it was also amazing to have him referenced here. Obviously, this is the villain explaining how he got the Master Emerald.
It was also cool. I don't know why I didn't add these screenshots to this slideshow, but like the whole like promo, you know, it showed like Shadow too, like a sketch of Shadow.
Yeah.
And like Mario, I think, was referenced as
Absolutely.
Well. That's pretty cool. You know,
yeah, I mean, everyone saw that, so I get why you didn't include it in the screenshots. Most people know about it now, so it's fine.
All good.
But anyway, they also had a really cool scene, and honestly, as much of a trope as it is for the Sonic franchise at this point, they had a little scene where, like, the villain says he was easy to trick, like he was very gullible, and Sonic and Tails are like, oh, really, was he gullible? Like, oh, that's very surprising. But that's Knuckles, I need that! Oh, I'm sorry, but it's part of Knuckles to be like so like he hears something from someone, he's like, okay, I'll help you. That's just so Knuckles. I need it, please. He's not stupid. Please stop getting hurt, Knuckles fans. He's not stupid, he's just so nice. Anyway, moving on. Metal KO. And this is what leads us into an amazingly animated scene. I'm blown away by it. Let's just like move by. We have like a few shots of it. I mean, I'm getting super OVA vibes. They knew what they were doing. It's almost like Sonic went off the model sheet just for this shot. Like, he's turning into Toei Sonic as he picks up speed. He does not look like this in any other shot. And here he is, looking like Toei Sonic. So I made sure Lourdes took a screenshot of that specifically. More like CD end credits animation references. But also, I think this is specifically Chemical Plant. It could be a little bit of both, but I'm pretty sure this is mostly Stardust. Mm-hmm. But yeah, just expect like pretty great animation in terms of what you would see on Cartoon Network. Like, they really did Sonic justice here. And this is just a cool shot. Like, this is...
When we were watching it, as we were watching it, I was like, that was a really cool shot, and I had to go back.
Yeah.
And like... watch it again, and I'm like, this is just art.
Yeah, this is just another shot that you like don't expect to see in a cartoon like this, so then when it comes out, you get an audible reaction in this scene. You're like, oh man, it's kind of like when Dragon Ball, like forever they've been stiff, and then all of a sudden they get the really high paid animator, and then all of a sudden they're like flowing around. This episode, Let's Meet Sonic, had that a little bit near the end of this episode. Not in the same tier as Dragon Ball where they all get like muscly or anything like that, but like, it was really cool. It felt like a throwback to the end of CD. It was really cool. Honestly, I would recommend if you haven't checked out. And then it wraps it all up with the conclusion, the iconic conclusion to OVA that like, even if you're like kind of just like not a big fan of Sonic, but like just a gamer in general, you know of this and you're confused by it or whatever, or you laugh at it. But like this scene, man, deserves love in some way. Like it doesn't even matter if it's ironic love. And I think that's what it is, and I don't care. I'm okay with it. But like, so KO is like dying because he's a robot, and it's unclear what this Master Emerald roboticizer does. And so he's trying to save him, just like he was trying to save Metal Sonic in OVA. Except it was weird in OVA because like all of us, like Sonic was fighting him this entire time, and then somehow in the middle of it in OVA, Sonic just decides, oh wait, because we think the same, I like him. But this is like, this makes sense. This is like, oh, he used to be a friend of mine. I don't want him to die. I was just defending myself. So it uses that idea, references it, but does it better. So like now I love this. So yeah, it hits, and he even does it like there could be only one little buddy, tying it like a freaking bow from the beginning when Sonic is introduced. Right away, like from Tails going, little buddy, what are you talking about? And it's resolving its narrative points too, because right after this, oh yeah, so okay, there's a few things that happened before this, but anyway, like Tails saves him, and then like it's all sorted out that like Sonic is like, no, I was saying little buddy, like Cream the Rabbit, and he literally says that, like Cream the Rabbit, you know, like one of my good friends, because Sonic makes a lot of friends, but like KO is no different than that, and like KO's like, I like her, like it's pure, and Tails is, and then Sonic's like, there's no one that will ever like top you though, Tails, like giving him that recognition that he wanted, so it closes that kind of weird thing that it opened up at the beginning of the episode, giving you more of a sense of conclusion. Sorry. There you go, Lourdes.
But when Tails was like, I thought he was your little buddy or something.
You were getting Lost World vibes?
I was like, you trust Eggman more, like from Lost World. I was like, oh no. But then it's fine, I guess. Like, I don't know. It makes me wonder what Tails' character is supposed to be. Does he get jealous? Like, because that's been done twice. It's in this, and now it's in not like Lost World.
Do you want to know what I think makes it different? Is because Tails expresses discomfort with Sonic saying that, but despite that, Tails decides to help KO be his little buddy. Because Sonic's like, do a spin dash, like, and Tails is like, let me teach you. I mean, he's not even like ready to be a sidekick, but let me teach him. Like, he tries, and then he sees that like he does it. He pulls it off, and he's like, maybe this kid can do it. And like Tails has his own little arc in there. Sonic is obviously just Sonic, and he's just like flat character, but that's fine. That's what he's supposed to do. That's why side characters are there. Anyway, we can talk about that forever. The thing is resolved. You see the tornado connected to the Master Emerald like it is in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. KO says way past cool. And somehow Tails and Sonic are able to see these words. They're just like, wow, how did he just bend reality like that? But yeah, I think right after this, after KO says, way past cool,
oh yeah,
Sonic goes, ah, like he just does a big yawn. And I have no idea what that means. I'm like speechless.
He's just bored.
I want that to be clipped and like a response to just anything. He's bored of his own quote, way past cool.
No, he's bored of, they were like, talking to each other, and I think KO was like, Tails, you're awesome, blah, 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 blah.
And Sonic's bored because it's not about him?
Yeah.
No way.
I mean, that's what happened.
That's so funny.
He's yawned while they were like giving each other compliments.
Not about me.
Something.
See you later.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway.
Okay, well,
okay, KO.
Okay.
So Sonic says, once again, like just when I was on the verge of tears from like the resolution and everything like coming together so nice, Sonic Says is here to just like, and I don't know, when I saw this like scribbled style, I'm like, they're not gonna actually do it. It's gonna be like 2 more seconds of the episode, not even anything. But then they keep going, and it ends with like Sonic saying that's no good. Like he's like, if you spend your day sleeping all day, like I think the 2 other supporting characters of OKKO were doing all episode. If you sleep all day, you'll miss a chance to meet me, which is no good. And I was like, yes. Excellent.
That's no good.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
It's a good reference. It also like makes sense to someone who has no idea what the reference is, but it also shows what his character is if you have no idea what the reference is as well. Like, it's good. It's just whatever. It's done well, and the animation was good.
The voice acting, I mean, like, Lourdes is not typically a fan of Roger's take, but she likes it in this one.
It's like I was not a fan of the change when Roger
from Jason to Roger.
Right. But looking back, like, I still don't really like Color's lack of direction. Yeah. I don't know.
But it just wasn't. I mean, it was different writers too. Writers go a long way. Like, they make a lot of change.
We were with for so long.
Yeah.
It was like not that good writing, and then Boom came out, and that was closer.
Yeah.
That was closer, but for some reason it might have been the design. For some reason it still didn't feel right.
Yeah.
So then this comes around.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? How did? It's just perfect.
We need a cartoon.
It's just perfect. Make a cartoon.
Sega, make a 2D cartoon.
Like,
if this does not prove it, and if you haven't seen it and you're not raving about it, if you like it, please rave about it.
Yeah.
That is the only way that we're gonna get more stuff like this, and that companies will notice. Clearly, they are listening to Sonic fans right now. That Mania happened. If you want something, talk about it. Yeah, like if you were throwing a party, wouldn't you want people to say that they're interested in coming? That's literally what's happening right now. Say that you're interested in this, into this 2D animation Sonic party on Cartoon Network. I would go. Sign me up, Sega. Literally.
Okay.
We spoke about this episode. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of things to say about it. Expect a more community-focused discussion in the future on our channel. That transition was epic. It was like, went so late. Anyway.